Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about Married to Medicine, Season 5, Episode 9. The breakdown, the breakthrough. I guess it was a breakthrough, and I guess it was a breakdown. So let's start off. We're still at the 90s party, chilling. Whoa, hey, that's what we're doing. And so we start off at the tail end of the fight. And Mariah said, "You don't know how to take a pretty bitch being nice to you." I was like, "What? You don't know how to take a pretty bitch being nice to you?" Which she said to Dr. Heavenly. I was like, "Oh no." So then Jackie rushes up and she gets Heavenly and brings her to the side and was like, "Hey, yo, chill out." And so, Dr. Heavenly was like, "Yo, Simone's the one that started that shit. She started it. She started it. She started it. Doesn't mean you have to act that way." And so, they're talking, and so, Heavenly's like, Mariah, she invited me to her house and she shaded me. She shaded me. And Jackie was like, "I understand that, but you gonna need to calm down." Because Jackie is like, "I can't believe these people up in here acting all ignorant and undignified. What is wrong with them? I done been cheated on and embarrassed to the world, to the nation. And, I can hold my head up high. And you guys can't get over this little rah-rah situation." Dr. Jackie was like, "I ain't got time for this. I got real things going on in my life." So, anyways, I was just like, "Damn." So then Heavenly, she was like, "She shaded me. She shaded me." And Mariah was like, "Simone, you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted, Simone. You got what you wanted. You got the drama you wanted. You got the reaction you wanted." And that's what Simone wanted. She wanted a reaction. She wanted a reaction to let Mariah know that, hey, listen, you was being shady at your house, at your brunch, at your Mother's Day house brunch, because you was. And, we got back from, you know, what's that place? The Noya. We got back from Louisiana, whatever, and we're supposed to have this kumbaya type of relationship, and everybody's supposed to be cool, and we're forgiving you, and or you forgiving us, or vice versa. But the problem is, you shaded Dr. Heavenly as soon as you got a chance to, and yes, you did shade her, Mariah, by saying that you didn't, you the only person, you haven't attacked my mother when she gave that award to Toya. Okay, but I think, Simone wanted to point out and let it be known that you ain't changing, you still shady, because that's how, Dr. Heavenly feels, that's how, Quad feels, and that's how Simone feels too, especially at her shading. And so then, Simone was like, nah, Mariah, you need to own up to what you did. You need to own up to your stuff. You do shady stuff, you do messy stuff, and you don't own up to it. Like, and so, and she was like, and then, Simone was like, "We just got back from New Orleans, and you talking about you forgive us. What about us forgiving you?" Then that's when, Mariah was like, "Huh? What? Tell me what I need to be forgiven for." When someone says, "Tell me what I need to be forgiven for," either they truly don't know that they did something to you, or they feel whatever they did to you was all right, or they don't even know that they offended you at all, period. And you might not even get an honest reaction out of them. So on that note, what's his name, Curtis and Dr. Damon got their heads down. They just look like they're total embarrassed, but they understand this is for the show, and their wife is gonna act indignant. There they go. Look at look at Dr. Damon and Curtis. They're just like, damn, they got to do this for the money. I guess them checks are healthy. Them checks are wealthy, because these guys being doctors and these women being doctors, and kind of like putting their business out there on Front Street, and it can kind of like look negative too as well, but the money must be good, or maybe they want to show people that do have money, people that do have education, people that do have a great lifestyle, do go through traumas, do go through drama. It just happens. It just is that way. No one's immune to the drama. People got some type of drama going on each and every day. So anyways, so Toya gets up and she takes Mariah to the bathroom, and basically Toya's like, "Yo, I'm Team Mariah. Like, they don't have to jump on her like that." So I don't know if Mariah is paying Toya something or whatever, but Toya did say that she's been hanging out with Mariah lately. Mariah's been fine and whining and dining, Toya. So, anyways, they're going to the bathroom, and but Toya kept it real. She was like, "You gonna act like you didn't shade that girl? You didn't shade Heavenly?" Mariah still was insisting that she did not shade Heavenly at all. She don't even know how to do that, she said. or something like that, she said. And so then that's when, Dr. Eugene, what a wonderful, sweet guy. Dr. Eugene was like, you got what you wanted, Simone. You started it. You started it. Simone was just like, yeah. Then Simone said, I apologize. I didn't mean for things to get like this. I didn't mean for it to go down like this. And then that's when it started to rain and pour. And that's when Dr. Contessa and was like, yo, you guys got to go. Get out of here. It was just bad juju, bad energy. She was like, you guys got to go. You got to get the hell up out of here today. So I guess, so now we go down to, so we leave that situation. We get to Dr. Damon and we get to, Heavenly, and they're having a conversation about what happened. And basically, Heavenly's kind of like apologizing for her behavior, that she messed up. She's constantly trying to be a Christian, but the little small things she can't do, like, whoa, like, not. So, Dr. Damon is like, it's understandable. People do make mistakes, but, you apologize for one thing, and then you was about to call her mother out of her name again. And it's just like, you have to do better. And so that's when, Heavenly was like, I wish I was like you and Jackie, all tone. And I was like, because we practice, we try. And, they are very monotone. Like, they can, it's a wonderful thing when you cannot let people get under your skin, when you don't have to react off of emotion. That is something that is a skill that is learned, and it takes patience too, because sometimes people will try you, but if you don't let anybody get you out your element, like Kendrick Lamar said, you got it together. So anyway, so they're having that conversation, and she's just wishing that she could be better. She's gonna try. And so Dr. Damon's pacifying Dr. Heavenly, telling her, Mariah is gonna be Mariah. You know who she is. You know how she behaves. You know how she acts. You know all that other stuff. Why do you let it get to you? You just gotta be able to control yourself. You can't let these women get to you and get under your skin. Mariah has made mistakes. You have made mistakes. So you are forgiven, and you go back into the circle and continue to do what you've been doing, but just do it better and do it more elegant, and have some class when you do it. He didn't say all that, but I'm just adding all that shit on. And he was like, so just go back into the circle, and she made some mistakes. Everybody makes a mistake. You'll be good. You'll be all right. And so then she was like, Daddy, I'm gonna cook you dinner. Daddy, I'm gonna make your bath water. Daddy. I was just like, and she was like, I'm gonna come up there and join you, and he was like, oh, and she was like, make sure you get naked or whatever. And he was like, I'm gonna get some of that. And she was like, no, you're not gonna get none of that. You're gonna have to be like Dr. Eugene, Toya's husband. I was like, well, see, you went from one moment to asking for forgiveness and to do better and to be a better Christian, but yet you throw shade at Eugene and Toya, and even Dr. Damon was like, that's nasty. I don't know if he was saying it was nasty of the comment that she made, or nasty that Eugene jerks off all the time and don't have sex with Toya. So I don't know. So anyways, that scene is over. And so once we once we move from that, we get to what's her name, Contessa, and her husband. And basically they're talking about Renee and the situation, the elephant in the room. Like, they got busy schedules, they're working hard, and they need somebody to take care of their child. Renee has actually been in their life for 10 years and taking care of their children and being a nanny. And this is the first, she's been fired, she done quit, and she has fired herself. But the next day they act like nothing happened and everything is okay. But this time it's a long time. It's actually been a week, so they don't know what to do. And basically Contessa's husband is letting her know that you can't let somebody come in and take over your castle. And so this is when Contessa says that what the problem is probably we have such a good personal relationship, and sometimes that mix in with the business relationship and the professionalism of her being their nanny. And so she don't know what to do. They're thinking about cutting hours because they got kids, and they both have a very busy work schedule, and both of them do overtime, and they're overworked basically, and don't really have the time to run their kids to soccer games, football games, swimming lessons, pick them up from school, because they have a continuance of patients, so continuance of money. So basically they need to find another nanny, or they need to have a sit down with Contessa, or they need to send Contessa to go see Dr. G, get some counseling or whatever. So they're going to try to work it out. They're going to try to work the situation out. And We'll see what happens. So like, damn, they knew each other for 25 years. I was like, that's is a long time. And so we have Simone and we have Mariah. They meet up, and basically they're meeting up, and Simone kind of like apologized for, not really apologized, but both of them basically came to the agreement that they are going to move forward in the future and see how things work between them. And Mariah said, well, you know what, I just want to fix up my relationship with you. How can I do better? How can we be better together as friends? So they're gonna move forward. They talk about Dr. Heavenly, like how her and Dr. Heavenly gonna work things out, get it together. And it seems like only thing that Mariah can throw in right now and use as well. She talked about my mother again, and so Simone was like, "Yep, I gotta run with her with that because Dr. Heavenly gave Mariah ammunition. She's gonna wear this mama thing down in the ground like she already did." But Mariah's not owning up that she shaded Dr. Heavenly in front of a bunch of women at her home on her turf. So anyway, so they agree to move forward with each other, and so Mariah's just gonna have to work the Dr. Heavenly situation out for herself. And so then we get to Curtis, and no, first we get to Dr. Jackie and Curtis. Curtis comes to the house. Dr. Jackie's trying to fix a light bulb, but she can't. She can't find a light ladder. She can't do that or whatever. And she misses Curtis. She just misses her better half. Curtis shows up in another nice old school car. He brings lunch or dinner. They eat, and she was like, "You gotta go, baby." So basically, Curtis is apologizing, and they both understand. They both are confessing that they miss each other, and they didn't really understand how one needs the other, like how he's there fixing the light bulb, and bringing food into the house, and how, Dr. Jackie's there to be home, and she's warming to him, and she reminds him of peace and happiness. He's not focusing on the negative stuff anymore, so, and she misses, having her husband around, having her friend around, having someone that she was with for years, that, because she said when you're married, you become one, and then having that other part not there, like, it's like missing your arm, it's like missing your leg, and Curtis feel the same way, and they're just going to try to keep going to try to build that trust back or that friendship back, where they can actually embrace each other and let the world know that they're trying to get back together and make it work. So we'll see what happens with that situation. Jack is a very smart woman, so she knows what she's doing. And so then we move on from that, and then we get Dr. Simone. She's with Henrietta, the little person, whatever. She gives her a pap smear. It's her first pap smear. Everything goes well. There's no problem. She used special tools that you would use on a little person because their body size are disfigured. They have disproportionate body size. So, not disfigured, disproportionate body size or whatever. So use different tools. Everything goes well. It's all good. She's enjoying it. It was nice to see her with her clients and her patient. So then we move on from that, and we get to Dr. Simone and Curtis, and they're talking about this. I was like, damn, Curtis, you went into the account and you took $25,000. You just take $25,000 out the account like that? Like, they got money, honey. When you can just take $25,000 out of your account and you can invest it in an idea or an opportunity. I don't know why he didn't invest in bitcoins or something else, or distributing marijuana like a dispensary or something like that. But anyways, his kids app, I forgot the name of it, Cootie. So he done took $25,000 out, and so then he made a margarita, and he's working on his app or whatever. And Dr. Simone, she walks in, and so they talk about him taking the money out the account. She was like, "Yo, next time just tell me, like, you just can't do that. That's just like, I understand you have an idea, whatever." But he makes it known that he was scared to tell Simone because he was scared that she was gonna shoot down his idea, and also he's afraid that he might lose his job at any day, because every time you turn around, someone is getting laid off at his job. So, he just went off a whim and did it. And so, but, Simone was like, "Yeah, that's a big step. Like, you taking all that money out the account. I know she ain't put it all in there, but damn, she done put a lot." And he took 25. So anyways, and then Simone was like, "How much of a percentage do you get? How much do you own?" He was like 16%, and she was like, that don't sound good. And he was like, and she was like, well, next time just let me know, and we'll do this together. We'll do things together on that part. So it seems like they worked out that situation. So I guess Curtis is like, yes. And Curtis was all apologetic. He was like, I won't do it again. I'm sorry, blase and the third. This is the time where he was humble, because he knew for a fact he was wrong for doing that. And so without consulting his better half, that's why he was wrong. Especially a large amount, and just doing it without telling her, because people assume, when you, like, lately in the media, these guys that are taking out, that are married, are married, and they're spending 100. Mary J. Blige husband, ex-husband Kendu Isaac spent $420,000 on his jump off. And there's other people that are spending the same amount on, that are married, that are taking money out their account and spending it on another woman. So anyways, moving on from that, they are pretty much doing good. The app is so they agree to work on things together when taking out money. And basically, Curtis has a new idea. Simone says she has some ideas. So they're going to work together. And it seems like they are working on their relationship, and they're being more friendly towards each other, because a couple of episodes I was feeling like, whoa, this ain't gonna work. So then we get to Contessa and her husband. They are really having a hard time with the kids, picking them up, leaving their job, their busy schedules. Contessa, child, doesn't want to come home. She wants to stay at school because mommy's not there. And Contessa's crying, and she's like, oh my gosh, she feels like she's a bad mother. She lost her mother when she was 35, and she said her mother was a single mom, and she did everything with the kids or whatever, blase the third. So she feels like she's not being a better mom than her mom was to her. So she cries, and they're gonna have to work something out. So it seems like either Miss Renee's coming back, or her husband's mother is coming to stay. I think his name is Mark. I don't know. So anyways, moving on from that, I do like Contessa. I like everything about Contessa. I think she's the type of person she can be down to earth and be cool with. And so then we get on to Eugene. Eugene's coming home from work or whatever. He got on his scrubs. Toya shows up. She's all halfway naked. She got a little robe on. And she has on, some lingerie or whatever. She got the wine. She got the whipped cream. She got the roses. She got the champagne. She got the candles. And she's ready to give it to Eugene. She's ready to tear him a new one. But, they're having it like their little conversation, and I was like, yo, Toy, why you got that man all on the bed? He got on hospital clothes. There's nothing but germs and diseases following him and his sneakers or whatever. So she agreed to take off his sneakers. They're gonna take a bath together. And I was like, thank you, Eugene. So we're talking about getting in the shower or whatever. And he's not down with the dominatrix. He's not down with the dog chain. He was like, we don't do that, and we don't do video cameras. So anyways, and Toy was like, you like a dirty daddy? I'm gonna be dirty. He was like, not that type of dirty, not where it stinks down there, but like dirty, like in your behavior. And I was just like, yo. So she's gonna run his bath water, and Toya, she's trying her best, and it just seemed like Eugene wasn't all that interested. Or Eugene is kind of like a nerdy, and he's kind of nervous, or when it's come to intimacy, I don't know, because he was just laughing the whole time. Or maybe he felt like his wife was doing way too much on TV. Like, damn, he was like, I know, Eugene was like, my wife is really trying to get this check. She's really acting like we're not having sex. She got a lingerie, she got the kids. Was like, knowing that we can't do nothing right now. After, we filmed this scene, there's going to be editing and all this other stuff and moving the cameras and stuff. They're going to be too tired to want to do anything. I think he was just really caught off guard. But then when it was in a confessionals talking about, sex and stuff like that, he was all just giddy and laughing. She was like, I want you to sit on top. I want to sit on top of your face. I want you to grab me from behind. I want you to pull me from behind. He was like, you like to be choked and shit? He's looking at her like, what's wrong with you? I don't know this woman you're portraying right now. I was just like, yo. Either it makes him really uncomfortable that his wife is doing the most, but we also learn in this that Toya and Eugene Eugene is almost done with paying off their tax debt. I think Eugene is a wonderful, sweet husband. I don't know, it's just my opinion. I think he's a nice little cuddle little, teddy bear, whatever. He's just a nice guy. And he doesn't seem like he has he's vindictive or a hurtful type of man at all. So moving on from that, Um, so we get to Quad and her work dinner or whatever. I mean, the couples therapy or whatever. So the couple therapy goes, at first it's going terribly wrong because, Dr. G, he answers his phone. And then this is when Quad was like, I'm number two, I'm number two. And then Dr. G was like, yo, don't be saying that. You're not number two, you're number one. You come before, but then why did you, like, if I'm number one, then we're having problems in our marriage and you're going to answer the phone to deal with your patients. So he was like, okay. So then Quad, she's going in. She was like, so they're asking her, what's the problem? She was like, this man I don't know that he loves me. I don't feel secure. I don't feel protected. I don't feel loved. I don't feel emotional support. I don't feel this. I don't feel that. And he was like, what are you talking about? So then, the sexy doctor, I don't know what his name is, with the tattoo on his arm that we seen last week, he was there. And he was like, so, we're going to stop right there. Because Dr. G's getting angry. He's getting mad. For him to be a psychiatrist, boy, he's an emotional emotional man. But I think he's just more angry than anything. And so he was like, what are you talking about? I do this. I do that. I do show you this. I do show you that. And so it's not going. So they're going back to back. They're just arguing back and forth. And it just seems like, that they don't have the communication anymore, and they're both so mad at each other, but they do have a breakthrough, and the breakthrough comes when Dr. G actually opens up and just say, like, he really believes that everybody's trying to take from him, that he did feel that way. And when he first met Quad, that he thought that she was trying to take what he had. He said that he had to work hard for what he had. Nobody helped him. He didn't have a silver spoon. He didn't have any opportunities or people helping him and showing him in a way that guided him. He had to fight, and he had to fight for himself to do it. And so it hurts him so much to actually kind of share. So that's probably one of the reasons why he don't take out the trash, because he still doesn't take out the trash. But he feels like he doesn't want to be taken advantage of, because where he got today, it was so hard to get there, and he struggled and he fought to get there, that he doesn't want anybody to take advantage of him or think that they can use him, because he didn't have nobody to help him or assist him. So he's holding that type of anger, that type of resentment towards Quad, thinking that she's coming after him for his money. And she said, all I want from you was just for you to love me. That's all I want. She starts to break down and cry. Like I said, sometimes I can't tell when Quad is acting, when she's on and when she's off. I can't. So she's good at what she does. I'm just gonna say at this point, maybe she was genuine in this moment, and it seemed like it was. But I'm telling you, Quad is a phenomenal person, where she can just change to different emotions, and she can hold and she can handle herself very well too. She can get mad when she wants to, she can get gutted when she wants to, and she can just be prim and proper, and she can just ignore you too as well. So it doesn't mean that she's acting, it just means she has good behavior skills and she knows how to conduct herself as a woman. Not saying that if you're not like her you don't, because I'm not like Quad. But anyways, so then that's when the breakthrough comes. And then he realized, like, I know I've been selfish, I've been messed up, because I'm always thinking somebody want to take something from me. So that's probably where the emotional support doesn't come from. So maybe Dr. G is not supporting her when it comes to her gigs or the things or ideas, or just showing her that love, because he's still caught up and I had to do this by myself. All my life I had to fight, like from The Color Purple. So it could be that type of situation. And then plus we know he does want a child, but we see that he has some issues from the past, that how he grew up is affecting his relationship, where he's not morally, emotionally, and supportive to Quad, where she feels like she's loved and she's appreciated and she's cared for, because he's too busy trying to hold on to his practice, hold on to his job, and too busy thinking that everybody's going to take something from him or whatever. But then he also says to Quad, you're the only woman in my whole life that I've ever done stuff for, that I ever did anything for. So you can tell that well, so Quad was the woman that he loved. So and like the other couple said, guy said, you fought for Quad too. You fought to marry her. You fought to be with her. So she's just as important as your status and your career. So at that moment, I believe Dr. G realized that his past has affected his marriage, of him being selfish and thinking everybody wants something from him, where he can totally block you out. And he thought that for a while about Quad, and Quad was like, I just want you to love me. It ain't about money, baby. I just need some love, because we can see Quad can make money. And if she wasn't on this show, she'll still be making money. She'll still find a way, because she's a survivor as well as he's a survivor. So they have a lot in common. They both came up. They both, they both went to school. They both, fought they fought to have a better life and a comfortable life. So they hug, they kiss, but they have a lot of work to do, because there's a lot of damage that's been done, because both of them thinking the other person is just a terrible person towards them in the marriage, when it's actually just some insecurities and some guilt and harboring pain from the past that's affecting their marriage, where other things have occurred and it made the situation much worse. So they just hugged and they both cried. And now in this moment, I feel like Quad and Dr. G love each other a lot, and they are just alike in so many different ways. That's why they complement each other. But when they're at odds, they are the same when they're at odds. But when they're loving, they're really loving to the fullest, because we've seen Quad do a lot and help. And then, Dr. G, also said that, Quad, you really did help me out a lot. So when Quad says, like, she helped him with his office, she's helped him with this, she's done this, she's done a lot to show him that she's not there for his money. And then him not giving her the gratification that he realized that she's really not there for his money, but there for him. It hurts her, because she put in all this work and all this effort to prove to him, and he's not even being appreciative of anything that she's trying to do to show him how much she does love him, and she's not here for the money. And I think he got used to that type of behavior from Quad, and now Quad is not going to do that type of behavior anymore. She's going to just explode, ignore him, and treat him like trash, because she doesn't, not like trash, because she's not treating him like trash, but she's not going to be bending over backwards for him anymore, because he hasn't gave her any type of consistency or any type of appreciation that he appreciates her, and he's not supporting her in the things that she's doing as well. So now she was like, I'm supporting you, but you ain't supporting me. So it is what it is. Peace. I'm all one love.